Hey guys, welcome to this series. In this series, we're going to be trying to make this mini bike into an electric bike, and maybe in the future make it into a hybrid bike with an engine and an electric motor. So what really got me sparked on this idea is this big old DC motor I've had laying around. I mean, it's a 27 amp motor, 12 volts, and it's pretty nice. And it has the shaft in it, which you can get a sprocket for that will fit on the chain. And then I just went ahead and got a old battery a friend had. It still read 12 volts, so I've tested it and it runs it fine. I can show you guys that right now, actually. Alrighty, hopefully you guys can see this. See, there you go. Spins pretty good. Just gonna have to clean the terminals on the battery, but other than that, it's all good and set to go. So first thing first, we're gonna go ahead and take this engine off of the mini bike and set it aside for now, so we can start arranging these guys up and trying to take care of some wiring. Another thing that's going to be weird on this one is it's the throttle, because for now I think I don't really have a motor speed controller or like a pulse width modulator to adjust the power that gets sent to that. This just pulls a cable. Nothing we can do with this. So it's going to be either, all or nothing for now. Let's get it going. Alright, just got the engine out of there. Now we're going to go ahead and try and test fit all this stuff and just get an idea of what it will hopefully look like. Let's go. Okay, so as I was putting this motor on, I noticed that these holes look the original holes. Oh, never mind. At first it seemed like they lined up perfectly, but this one does, and that one does. So 2 might be good enough, and then I could just drill the other ones, because that chain it's pretty even. It's not like that, or it's not like that when it's lined up with those holes. And plus I can slide the sprocket when it's on there too, so that's that. And then I'm just gonna have to find a way to put the battery on here. I don't think it's gonna fit in this gap. If it doesn't, that's fine. I can just get some steel and make a raised platform. But let's see how it fits. Okay, so with the battery on there, this thing is this setup. It's much heavier than with the engine, so whatever. But anyways, I did get scooted forward quite a bit like this. I mean, I'm sure I could make it work. However, this battery is very far to the right, as you will see. What the? So it'd be pretty off balanced. I'm gonna go ahead and try and make a raised platform for it, or even have it hang off the back or something like that. Like, regardless, right now I'm probably just gonna not worry about the battery, because there's room for it. It might not look good, but there's plenty of room for it, whether I make a bracket sticking out the back, even something on the front, whatever. So for now, let's just go ahead, take the battery off, whatever. And I just want to mount up this motor. And so we're going to go ahead and put the sprocket on that and everything and get that ready to go. And then bolt it to here, get the tension good, and then worry about the power. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and show you what I what I got for the motor and everything. It's a bag from the hardware store. Whoops. Alright, so this is the sprocket. I got this one off eBay. I think it came out to like $10. But anyways, it's for a 1/2-inch shaft. I just measured this guy. This is actually what I used to measure it. Just put in the 1/2-inch one. I was like, okay. But so I got this, and let me zoom in on this so you guys see what I'm doing. So I got this sprocket, and it has a key slot right there, which is crucial because that will line up with this one right there. And there's something that goes in there called a key, and it keeps these things spinning together. Because if I were to spin the motor now and have like a chain on here, the motor would just spin. So I went to the hardware store and got, a key, and that's gonna fit in here just like that. And then this will slide right over it like that, and then they will spin together unless it shears, but I don't think it will shear. If it does, I have another one, and if it does again, I'll eventually be able to turn the power down with the speed controller. Anyways, so that's on there. I also have these set screws, which just go into here, into these slots. You tighten them with an Allen wrench key, whatever you want to call it, and that just keeps it from sliding. There's another one right here that grabs onto the key, keep the key from moving out. Sorry if I'm blocking you guys from seeing this with my hands, but that'll go in there. And I'm gonna loosen these for now, just so I can move it. I'm gonna put it on the bike, and I'm gonna spin the chain around and let it kind of adjust itself. I'm gonna spin the tire, let it work the chain, and find what's best for itself. And then I'm gonna go ahead and lock them down. And I'm gonna do that after I bolt this bad guy down. So let's do it. Alright, so I just got the motor all mounted up and aligned, and you can see I just, I don't know if it's in the frame, but I set it on some stuff so the motor can free spin. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and temporarily hook it up to the battery. Right on. So it's spinning backwards, so it's going to have to be reversed. Wires are slightly worn. Alright, right now I'm just going to go ahead and clean off these connections, just because it's kind of hard to get them going because they're so dirty. So alright, time to try it in reverse. First I'm going to do it forward just to see how the battery cleaning thing went. Oh yeah. I'm going to go ahead and remove the gas tank right now because it's getting a little sparky. Yes. Alright. Okay, so it works good in reverse, which means the tire moves, from our perspective, counterclockwise, bringing it forward. So I need to find a really big switch or something. Actually, I'm going to use a relay, biggest relay I can find, and then use a smaller switch to turn the power on, and then try and mount up the battery, probably on the back, just because I don't want the battery sitting under here and managing to short out on that. As long as I don't lean back too much, I should stay fine away from those terminals. I think that's safer anyways. Go ahead and test fit the battery on the back. Alright, so I'm getting things mounted up. Just went ahead and mounted the battery up onto there. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's definitely not moving forward or backwards, but I do need to get some of the horizontal movement kind of tied down. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because I want to be careful with the metal I use just so I don't short anything out. But yeah, I'm going to get some mounts in here to keep the battery from sliding, and you know, having that hit this, and that could short it out if I ground the frame. I got some things up here for wiring. These are some blue lights I had. It'd be kind of funny to see those on there. But anyways, I found a 30 amp fuse, and this is a 27 amp motor. Not sure if that's the right thing to use or not. This is the biggest relay I had. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I found some weird switch I can use. It's like a temporarily one. Put it right here next to the light switch, so it's like temporarily throttle, so like something happens, I'm able to just let go right away. Alright, so I just got the horizontal tie down for the battery. I just used a zip tie, and it's pretty solid. I mean, you can shake the heck out of it, it doesn't go anywhere. Next, I'm going to go ahead and figure out, I'm going to ground the negative to the frame. I'm just going to probably run it and bolt it like right there or something, because this one's got a pretty good connection to the frame because it's a freshly drilled hole. And the positive is just gonna be just like a car, except like this is just gonna be reversed. That's the only part that's gonna be reversed. The frame's gonna be totally normal. Just Alrighty, so I went ahead and got the ground wire hooked up. I just used this old ground cable from a subwoofer system because I'm not using it anymore. And it's like a nice low gauge, thick wire. So this is all sanded, so it's got a good connection there. And then the wire ends up here. Yeah, that's what I had for now to connect it. It should work. And to test if it works or not, that light right there is grounded to the frame. There's a positive wire that runs all the way to here. You can go ahead and hook that up to the positive in the battery. There we go. Light works good. It's also hooked up to that switch, so the kill switch right there is the light. So if I put it on now, it's on. You see that? If I come over here, hit that, put it on, nothing happens. Not even a spark. Now I'm going to go ahead and get all the drive circuit ready. So using this relay and switches and all this stuff. So let's do this. So I just got everything all wired up. Still have these weird just zip tie connections. Soon maybe I'll get some battery terminals. And anyways, so I have this relay right here. So basically, I haven't done it yet, but when I hit the switch, it activates the relay and lets a high current go through two separate ones, not connected to the switch, which runs down and powers the motor. The motor's grounded right here. The other ground is right here. The light works and everything from this switch. And this one should be the motor. Go ahead and test that. Let's see if this works. I'm going to lean this forward like that so the wheel's off the floor. Lights on. Here we go. Alright. There we go. Lights working. There we go, baby. Yeah. It works good. Kind of sit on the floor there. Burn out. Alrighty, so I think it's time to go on the road with this. Nothing feels too hot, which is great. Yeah, nothing's even remotely warm. That's perfect. Alright, let's test this thing. Alright, so right now I have the battery kind of trickle charging just to bring it up because the last owner did say it was kind of like done with. Alright, and actually right now I'm just going to go ahead and air up the tires up so there's less resistance so it's easier on the motor. Guys, so the battery actually went to full and I just left it the whole day. It's night now, so we're gonna go ahead and ride it, and you should be able to see it a little bit, but I got that light there just in case, so let's do this. Alright, so it's quiet out. Gonna go ahead and give it the first go here. Alright. Alright, she goes. She goes good. Light on. We got throttle. We're going, baby. I'll turn the light on. It's dying. Uh-oh, light went out. No, the light's getting a little dim, so I'm going to turn that off. Let's see if we can make it back. This thing is a blast. Makes it up the driveway. Oh, no way. It made it up the driveway. What? Holy cow. It just pulled right up the driveway. I thought the battery was dying. Oh yeah, these wires are pretty warm. This one's not... They're not too bad. They're just lukewarm. Motor's bone cold. Battery's bone cold. It's just these wires. I mean, it's understandable. There's a lot of power going through them. Relay's cold. Wow, that's awesome. And it's still probably got some power to it. This thing is insane. I don't think it ran out of battery because it pulled up that driveway fine. If I get another battery, I do think, however, I'm going to have to get a gear like this gear, the drive one, with less teeth on it, just so it's more, it'll have a lower top end speed, but it's going to take less power and less torque from the motor to get it going. even though it has a lower top speed. So it'll be able to carry more weight easier. And that would be perfect for another battery, which, depending on the size, would be great to set one there. If it was skinny enough so I'm not hitting my legs on the terminals. Or even another, like, just lower or something. Man, this is awesome. I want to get an LED headlight so it doesn't drain the battery so much. Look at that, it shines bright. Battery's nowhere near dead. Man, I can do anything. I can put a radio on here, heated seat, anything, man. Alright, next I'm also going to get a power gauge for this. A lot of stuff, so stay tuned for a voltage meter, maybe an amperage meter as well, that's what I meant. But stay tuned for the next series, the next video in the series. Maybe I'll have another battery by then, and we'll see how far we can get this guy going. Awesome. Thank you for watching. Brakes didn't work good enough.